Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I've got this incredibly tasty fish stew recipe for you. This recipe is amazing. But first of all, have you subscribed to my channel? Especially if you've been watching my recipes for so long and you still have not subscribed. Have mercy, please. Please subscribe. Let's go subscribe to YouTube, please. Thank you. For this recipe, you can use pretty much any kind of fish that you prefer, but I will be using some red sea bream. They're also known as headless sea bream or red snapper in some countries. They haven't been cleaned yet, so I will be doing that just now. So to descale my fish, I will be using this nifty little tool I found on Amazon. It is so good. I think it's called the fish descaler or scaler. It is very handy, I tell you. Works really fast and with little mess compared to using a knife. This is not an ad and it's not a promotion. It's just me sharing a useful tip with you. So be on the lookout for it. I think it costs about £2 or £3. I'm not too sure, but it is absolutely marvelous. That's all I can say. And I used to dread descaling fish until I found this, and since then, it's just been a breeze. Anyway, after descaling, this is what it looks like, and I'm just going to season the fish now. I cleaned the fish with some lemon, but I'll also be adding some more to season as well. Fish and lemon go so well together. The lemon cuts through that fishy smell that most people don't like, and it also adds flavor to it. If you don't already do this, please start. It is a match made in heaven, I tell you. And after that, I will be adding some more spices and seasonings to it. And to season, I will be using some cumin, because what is fish without cumin? Some garlic powder, onion powder, stock cubes, smoked paprika, and some salt. Now I'm going to massage this thoroughly into the fish and then cover and leave to marinate overnight. Let me shame some people. I'm not pressed for time. I have time. We shall marinate overnight. Now, instead of frying my fish in oil, I will be air frying instead. So I've dumped them in the basket and I will be placing in the air fryer, and then I will brush with a bit of oil, just about a teaspoon. And this is just so the fish don't dry out while they're frying and become a bit charred. I know some people prefer not to use oil at all, but it doesn't work for me, because as much as you want to eat healthy, you still want to enjoy the food. If you fry without oil, I don't know, it's just a bit dry and I don't want that anyway. So I'm just going to cover with oil like I said, and then I will cover and air fry for about 20 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Now, depending on the kind of air fryer that you have, you may need to do about 25 to 30 minutes, but mine works at just 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, this is what it looks like. This is quite okay for me. So I'm just going to take it out and then set aside for use later. And for my peppers, this is what I'll be using. I've got 2 bell peppers, 3 paprika peppers, 3 chili peppers, that's shombo, 2 scotch bonnet, and 1 onion. You can use pretty much any other kind of mix that you prefer, and after blending roughly, this is what it looks like. If you want to add tomatoes, you can do that as well, but it just makes it a bit watery. But if you're okay with that sort of consistency, then please feel free to add tomatoes. But you know me, I don't like tomatoes in my fried stews at all. And now it's time for the frying, and for that I will be using some butter. I know I already spoke about eating healthy just about a minute ago, and here I am with my butter in all of its glory. Anyway, baby steps. So I've got my butter in here and I will wait until it melts, and then I'm going to go in with some chopped onions. Now, the reason for using butter is because I need to caramelize the onions a bit, and butter works better than oil. So if you want, you can use oil instead, but if you're going to use oil for this recipe, please use coconut oil. It's so good with this recipe, honestly. You will absolutely love it. So the onions have gone in now, and I'm just going to fry this until they begin to caramelize. Now, when you caramelize an onions, you're supposed to fry until it turns really brown. That's when all of the sweetness and the onions is released, and it's so good when they're now added at the end. It's so good. The only reason I don't do that is because I'm going to be taking pictures of this and it doesn't really look aesthetically pleasing. It doesn't really look nice when you take pictures, you know, with the brown onions and all of that. But if you're just making it at home, please wait until it really browns. You will enjoy it. Don't burn it though. There's a difference between caramelizing and burning onions. Don't burn it. Just do it on low heat until it turns brown, you know. And then afterwards, I'm going to go in with my chopped bell peppers and also add a bit of salt to that, and then combine and fry for about 3 minutes. The only reason why I'm choosing to add the bell peppers and the salt now is because I'm working with fish, and that means I won't be able to cook for too long. So I need, you know, I need the peppers to be flavorful as well, so that way if you bite into the peppers, then it won't taste bland. But if you want, you can skip the step and just garnish with the peppers, but I tell you, this tastes a lot better. So I'm just going to fry this for about 3 minutes thereabouts, and then I will transfer it into a bowl and then transfer the pan back onto the heat. And now the pan is back on, and I'm just going to add some vegetable oil. And once that heats up, I will go in with some minced garlic and ginger. And at this time, I'm going to fry the ginger and garlic for about 2 to 3 minutes. Please don't do this on high heat, and please keep an eye on it because it's so easy for you to burn the garlic and it's going to ruin the taste of your, you know, of your stew. So just keep an eye on it. And afterwards, I will be going in with my blended peppers. And after combining the pepper mix, I will go in with my seasonings, and for that I'm using some basil, bouillon cubes, thyme, salt, and some curry powder. I know some people don't like to use curry powder with their fish stew. I don't know why, but I did get some comments on some recipe that I posted on Instagram a while back. There is nothing wrong with using curry powder for fish, nothing at all. Unless you use a Sopa brand or something and then it didn't taste good or it doesn't taste good or something, there is nothing wrong with curry powder in fish. So after that, I'm going to leave this to fry for about 30 minutes, but do remember to stir every now and then. And this is what it looks like after 30 minutes. Can you see it is so well fried? In fact, I was so hungry at this time that I just poured some of this on my rice and just had it fried. I was so hungry. And it tasted good, you know, even without the fish and all. So I will begin to transfer the fish into the pan. Just so the fish absorbs the stew properly, I will begin to coat it with the stew. And then I will leave it to simmer for about a minute. And at this time, I will begin to decant some of the excess oil. Oil police. Oil police. Can you see? This is what happens after every Atadide recipe. So sometimes if you see oil floating on top and I have not decanted, it's because it helps with preservation. This way, if I leave my pot of stew on my hob for like 2 days, it still won't go bad. And that's because it's been deep fried and the oil helps with the preservation. So after doing that, I'm going to begin to transfer. I will begin to transfer the onions and the bell peppers, and then I will leave to simmer for a minute, and that's it. It's ready. Just look at that. This recipe is so good. I tried it with yam pottage. It was let me not even say too much. Honestly, just try it and come back with your feedback. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And if you do try it, please let me know how you get on. Please leave me a comment in the comment section. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share with your family and friend, give me a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.